Herbie Husker is about to start his freshman year at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. The transition into college life is very complex for most new students. So just how is Herbie's development going to be affected by his social relationships in this new environment? Developmental ecology involves a psychological perspective of considering interactions between individuals in their developmental context while focusing on the individuals. Developmental psychologist Yuri Bronfenbrenner introduced this form of the ecological systems theory to look inside the interactions between individuals and their environments to see how and why outcomes may occur as they do. This form of developmental ecology is known as Bronfenbrenner's theory. Bronfenbrenner's theory consists of four main components: the process, the person, the context, and the time. The way these components interact affects a student's development. The process is the core of the model, the central function, or the bullseye. This component involves the given interaction between organism and environment, or in this case, Herbie and the UNL campus. The interactions Herbie will experience are called proximal processes. Throughout Herbie's time at UNL, proximal processes will occur through different interactions with his peers that will influence his development. Bronfenbrenner insists that these interactions should gradually progress to be more complex and be buffered appropriately so that the student will not be overwhelmed. The person component helps describe what is going on in the person-to-environment interaction. Bronfenbrenner identified that the attributes of the person most likely to shape the course of development are those that induce or inhibit dynamic dispositions toward the immediate environment. These attributes are called developmentally instigative characteristics and can be split up into four types. The first relates to how students act to invite or inhibit responses. How Herbie responds to administrators and faculty members could be different from his peers. The second relates to how students explore and react to their surroundings. Will Herbie have the characteristics to be adventurous and join a student organization? The third type includes how students engage or persist in activities that will help progress their development. Will Herbie be the type to seek out more difficult classes and new experiences? The last type includes the direct beliefs of the student, such as the way they associate accomplishments with hard work and dedication. Will Herbie's beliefs affect his motivation? The combination of these characteristics will impact how Herbie experiences the UNL environment.
Bronfenbrenner found there to be four levels
The
of
context
that
component of
influence how
Bronfenbrenner's
Herbie
theory refers to the
experiences his
critical
environment.
location of
These
the
are the
interactions
microsystem,
between the individual and the
mesosystem,
environment.
exosystem,
The
and
context includes
macrosystem.
systems
Through
where
interaction
student
with these
development
systems,
occurs.
Herbie's development will occur. The system with the greatest influence on Herbie's life is the microsystem. These are the people he interacts with directly in daily life, like his family, his classmates, his roommate, Little Red, his co-workers at the coffee shop in the Union, his friends, social circle, and his significant other, just to name a few. Next is the mesosystem, where the individuals in the microsystem interact. Do his parents host Herbie and Little Red for dinner on Sunday nights? Does Little Red get along well with his girlfriend? When the individuals in Herbie's life come together to support him, resulting in positive development, all of these interactions create endless possibilities. However, Herbie does not exist in these two systems alone. There will be occurrences outside of his control, which exist in the exosystem. Circumstances such as these include Herbie's dad losing his job, institutional policy changes like rise in tuition, or changes in NCAA policy affecting his mascot practice time. All of this will directly affect Herbie's status at the university and how he spends his time. Lastly is the exosystem. And the macro system relies on the exosystem because it's the greater culture in which Herbie lives. This can include local and national government, religious beliefs, social norms, economic systems, and educational standards, just to name a few.
The four main components of Bronfenbrenner's theory are process, person, context, and time, otherwise known as PPCT. We've discussed the process and person aspects of Bronfenbrenner's theory, and also explained the theory's context, consisting of the microsystem, mesosystem, ecosystem, and macrosystem. Factor in Bronfenbrenner's theory is time. Time has a prominent place in this developmental model and significantly influences the individual, like Herbie Husker, and their environment, like the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Time is constituted at three levels: micro, meso, and macro. Microtime refers to what is happening during specific episodes of proximal processes. This timeline refers to interactions that happen in a specific class period with peers, at a football game with friends, or during a family meal. Mesotime refers to the extent to which the processes occur in the person's environment, such as over the course of days, weeks, or years. Wren and Arnold pointed out to the timing of family events, such as the birth of a sibling, parents' divorce, a family move, or timing of college attendance as factors measured in this particular time frame. Macrotime, or chronosystem, focuses on the shifting expectancies in wider culture. Although this looks like a scary schematic, the figure indicates that microtime functions both within and across generations and affects proximal processes across the lifespan of Herbie Husker. Time as a unit of measurement has several real-world applications for developmental ecological research, practice, and policies. In Bronfenbrenner's view, the dynamic nature of the model calls for a primarily generative research design that explores interactions between proximal processes and the developing person, environment, time, and development outcome. Bronfenbrenner called this type of research the discovery mode of developmental science. Research using the application of this theory is divergent. It allows for the understanding of peer cultures, the study of bi- and multiracial college students, the role of peer support in academic success of minority students and first-generation college students, and of course, rural students with college aspirations, and so much more. Simply put, the developmental ecological model highlights the importance of understanding a person's development within a given time period and their environmental systems. It further explains that both the person and the environment affect one another bidirectionally.